Hi guys, welcome to this short episode I'm making. Just been making a few little videos with my smartphone, so my apologies if there's a bit of camera shake, but I'm sort of just doing this while I'm sitting and just sort of having a little play with this camera really. So today I'm going to be talking about the manual mode on a Canon camera. So I've put it into manual mode. Okay, so it's in manual mode. There's your manual mode. And I'm going to switch on the camera. So switch it on, there we go. And in your manual mode, if you look at this menu, there is all the settings that you need. Okay, so all the settings that you need. You've got your shutter, okay, your aperture, your ISO, your exposure compensation, your white balance, and your file size. In order to change these things, you click on the Q button. Okay, once you've clicked on the Q button, you use this wheel to navigate through the settings. So all you do is you click on that, press set, and then just change it like this. So if you want a large aperture, you set it. If you want a small aperture, you go back, you click on that. You can just do it with the wheel over here, or you can just click on set and change it like so. Now this camera is not touchscreen. With the new ones, you just click on that and you hover it in and out, and you change your f-stop aperture to whatever you want it to be. Then the next thing you've got is your shutter. So if you can again click on your Q button, use these dials to move across. And again, if you had a touchscreen, all you would need to do is click on it, click on set, and again change your shutter. Now this does not give you a visual. What I mean by visual is the actual footage shown on screen with the change of shutter, which really helps, to tell you the truth, I think. And with the new models, that feature is available. So all you do is you click on that, a visual will come up, and you can literally just sort of kind of just move it across in and out like this, and it will change the exposure of the light to whatever you're shooting at. So it's really handy to do that, to tell you the truth. Then you've got your, sorry, if I go back to Q button, again, you can click on the Q button, it goes dark blue, and then it allows you to sort of hover through like this. You've got your white balance. So if you want to change your white balance, so your white balance is, if you don't know what white balance is, it's essentially different lighting for different environments. So if you're shooting external, for example, it's a really nice sunny day, you might want to put it on, daylight. If it's a shady day, you might want to put it on that. Cloudy day on that. If you're shooting an internal, maybe in an office environment, you might want to use a tungsten light or a fluorescent light. These things do impact on the temperature of your imagery. So if you want it a blue color, you might want to put it on fluorescent and tungsten in an internal environment, and you'll get a real nice, maybe sort of dark atmospheric image. Maybe you're shooting some footage for a sci-fi film and you want it quite blue, for example. So you might want one of those. Then you get your flash. So if you want to put it in your flash, you can change it to various things on your flash as well. And again, you can attach a camera onto your hot shoe, and it will control it in a response to your flash within this camera. Most of the time, most people, truth be told, leave it on auto. I know I shouldn't say that, but the camera really does it for you, Tatru. So if you really want to, if you do sort of studio photography, then you might want to change your white balance. But if you're shooting external, outdoors, and you're going to be sort of snapping away on your holidays and all that sort of stuff, or you're going to family pictures and you're shooting in your house, really just leave it in auto and let the camera do the work for you on that one. So yeah, so that's that one. What else? So if I go back to Q button again, you got your single shot and your point metering and your file size. So your file size, essentially, you put it on that and you move this revolving wheel, and it allows you to change the file size within this image. So now it's 8 megapixels. So it's a medium-sized file, so it's got more megapixels. So if I change that to, let's say, maybe, go back to Q and change that to large. Let's go to medium, large. So you can see 18 megapixels is a larger file size. So again, people always think, you know what, I need a big picture, I need to have lots of megapixels. You got to ask the question to yourself, what am I going to use my megapixels for? Am I going to be printing off a billboard? and putting my face on it. Do you know what I mean? So you don't need to be doing all that. Your megapixels only equates to when you're printing on a large scale. So if you're doing professional photography and you're doing it for a brand, for example, and they're going to maybe use it for a billboard or some wrapping around a building, then you want large megapixels. But really, most people, truth be told, take pictures, put it on the Instagram, put it on the smartphones, put it on the social media. You don't need millions of megapixels for that, you know, and don't be fooled by what the sort of brands tell you in terms of how many megapixels you need. You don't necessarily need it. So just be careful with that one. You know, like some of the latest cameras, like the Sony A7 III, I think it is, has a low megapixel count, but it's got immense capabilities in terms of filming 4K, because the sensor's amazing and the frame rate's amazing, but the pixel count is low. The reason why that is because they're designed for filmmaking, mirrorless cameras. So it's worth considering that. But yeah, essentially, you've got all your settings here in your manual mode if you're shooting in professional mode. So yeah, thanks for watching. Any questions, please do post. I have made this sort of kind of handheld while I'm holding it. So I've got the camera in my hand. I've got this sort of attachment which is part of the tripod. And I'm just filming this on a nice sunny day. I'm making a few YouTube videos because I like talking about cameras. So any questions, do please post. Thanks a lot, guys. Adios.